channel. As you know, is your boy Getson. Today I want to show you guys something that happened to me on Monday that was almost close to affect my mindset because of the pain. I lose control. I was not able to come back to the trade because every time I come there, I was just seeing other stuff in the market. My mindset was not okay. It killed me that day. But as you know, for now, guys, I'm trading only gold and USA 30 plus V75. So I'm only trading three stuff because I want to build my confidence more on them. I don't want to keep on looking at so many stuff so that I can end up losing focus. And before I do everything, I want to show you guys something quickly. Let's say market is going up, then market return, then market goes up again. We break this eye, like the one we say we took out liquidity, the buy side liquidity. Then when market come and break this low, then we need to refine our entry. So if we refine our entry, let's say market create liquidity, then market run that liquidity, then we get another confirmation entry. Let me do something like this. Let's say if you take your entry by the sell is there, this is your sell, and this is your entry. This is your entry, and the example, your stop loss is there. The only thing that remains right now is when do you shift your stop loss, and what is the first level that you are going to target? The first level I'm going to target is going to be this one. This is where I'm going to target, like as my TP. Then I'm going to target this one. Then I'm going to look for another major one. Let's say maybe somewhere here down. That is going to be the major one that I'm going to target. But remember, this one also maybe sometimes can act as a roadblock. So in what I'm trying to show you guys is, do not rush to shift your stop loss. When you see, let's say market maybe move 1-2 candlestick, then you place your stop loss at the break even or something like that. No, it's not like that. Because the moment you do that, market will always sometimes come back. Maybe it's going to come back and trade again, let's say inside here, then react here, come again back here, then target all this stuff. So you need to understand how to shift the stop loss. Wait for market to break a major low. When you see the market break a major low, this is when you are going to update your stop loss. Because if you shift your stop loss fast, believe me, you're going to have a problem. And this is what happened to me. And these things happened to me because I had a discussion with someone where I've been looking at USA 30 together. Then he said to me, like, I'm waiting, maybe USA 30 is going to go up. While me, I've got my zone, I've got my entry. Then something came up to my mind saying, okay, maybe because I took the entry before even London opened. Then I said, maybe London market is gonna shoot up. So let me put my stop loss. Let me protect something. Maybe even I protect. Imagine guys like $10 only. Let me protect at least $10. Guys, you won't believe what happened. Markets when London, I think Frankfurt opened, it just went up with one candlestick to the upside, kick me out and drop so huge. Guys, I'm gonna show you that things affected me a lot. Then another thing is what Mark Douglas said. People, they place a stop loss, but they don't believe that market can even go to their stop loss. This is what happened to me that day, because there was a stop loss that I placed, but I did not accept the risk. Even the way I placed the stop loss, I did not accept the risk that market could go to my stop loss, or maybe I'm going to lose money. The only thing I was doing, I don't know what happened to me that day. I was even babysitting my trade, like looking if it move, I shift my stop loss. If it come back, I was trading like someone who start trading. I don't know what was in my mindset. Then at the end of the day, what is going to happen to whatever we are doing is we just have to do what? To get to the point. Sorry guys, someone is making noise there. So we just have to get to a point where you understand of saying, if I place a stop loss, so I have two logic. One is either but they hit my stop loss, or they're gonna hit my break even, or they're gonna hit, let's say, my TP. That's what I mean. So let me show you guys that I'm not just making up story. What is the chart? The chart is here. This was my entry I took. I'm gonna explain to you guys what happened when I took this entry and what was happening here in between. My stop loss was here first, then I shift again somewhere here because I give a room after I understand that, okay, these things can even do me bad, so let me just try to see what is going to happen. Then I shift my stop loss again. So again, the another one I want to show you guys is here. Lerato was there. She was looking at me when I was trading, and she knew what was happening. Even when I hit the break even, this is why you see she said to me, like, watching this reminded me that you are trading both USA 30 and V75 today. Then she laughed. The laughing behind the laughing is because this is the message that was happening behind the laughing. It's because I did what? I did it break even. So when I hit break even and my mindset was not okay, then I come back to the chart, I made again another mistake. So I'm going to explain to you guys about all the stuff in the chart. So let me go to the chart right now so that I can do what I can explain, so that I can explain what was happening. Okay, so let me just delete all this stuff. Let me delete them from here. Let me just make my chart open. Let me go and do something like this. So if you guys remember, last week I explained about this sell position, the one I took here. Then I do not take all of it up until to take out this low. My target was just here, and I was happy with that 300 pips. So when I took the 300 pips, what was happening again on the 300 pips was market end up buying and sell again huge. You see guys what was happening that day. So now let me now explain to you of what happened here, and this is where all the logic happened, all the issue happened. Was in H1. Like when I wake up, I normally check my my structure in higher time frame. This was what happened. And when people they see this chart like this, because when I mark like this, most of people what they believe is that, okay, I think it was on M15. I did it on M15. So let me show you on M15. Okay, when I sent my chart to the group was like this. But the logic behind my entry, why I took that entry, was in H1. When I saw this one, I consider it as a manipulation. And my entry was exactly, if you remember guys, let me just cut the chart from here. I hope my pay is not yet expire. Yes, it's not yet expire. If you remember guys, I show you something like this. So I took my first entry. My first entry, I think I took it here. Yeah, I took at this candlestick. Then it went with me to the downside. Then the next one happened, went up. This is why I end up shifting my stop loss. At the same time, I had again the other zone that was on top. So when I had that zone, this was what happened. Like my entry was more based on H1 than the one you saw on M15, because this was my entry. This candlestick was my entry because of this low, and this is why I placed my entry exactly there, and my stop loss was above that zone. Now this was what happened that day. So after I took my entry, let's say my entry was there, I took my entry from this area, then my stop loss was here. My first target was this area. This was my target. If you guys can remember from the chart, I think if you check on the group, you're gonna see it there, because I did send, I think, to a lot of people. I sent also to one of my students that my TP was this one, because this one was a 50% of the Asian range. Let me show you guys. It was almost 50% of the Asian range. You see? Yeah, 50% of the Asian range. This was my target. Then markets took almost time for you to get to this area. Now check what was happening before the Frankfurt open. So this one happened. I was there. I think I was on M15 again. Then I changed my stop loss to break even. So this one closed down. This one closed down. Then I end up putting my stop loss here. This is why I put my stop loss. Before this candlestick open, I put my stop loss there. Now check guys, Frankfurt this candlestick just shoot to the upside to take me out, and this is what happened. Guys, see what happened to me that day. I was so hurt, like in a level that you're never gonna believe. I even asked myself, why did I shift my stop loss? I could just accept this, let's say this it was like $40 stop loss for one position. I could just accept that. Then what happened again? Okay, because when I saw like this, I decided, okay, let me take a buy position again. So I took a buy position here because after I hit the break even there, then I said, okay, let me take a buy position. Then I left my stop loss. I think my stop loss was below, I'm sure I'm not mistaken, was below this candlestick. Check, guys, this is what ended up happening. So I was trying to revenge the market that day. I did not hit only this one stop loss. I hit another stop loss because I was trading with the aim of saying, let me recover what I lost. I took again another buy here because my aim was, we're gonna buy and come to the upside. Let me buy again from here because I saw this low. I end up refining. Okay, I have the QML. You see all this kind of stuff, guys. This is what happened. So I hit break even because I collect only like $10, guys. From there, here I lost $50. Here again I lost $50. No, $80. Imagine, guys. So this is what happened until they took the Asian low. So what did I learn from this trade? That is the most important things. 1, never revenge the trade. 2, don't move your stop loss, or don't move your stop loss fast to a break even if market still haven't break any measure. You see, when market break this measure one, this is now, as a trader, you are gonna put, if you wanna swing, you're gonna put now your stop loss at the break even, because you know already, or you can even collect maybe part of your profit, 50%, 80%, because you know already what is going to do what is going to happen. Then check what happened again. You see, market was just continue going to the downside because of me rushing, because of me talking to someone. Then I end up losing control of what I was looking in the market. This is what I end up missing. Let me do something like this. This is what I end up missing from that day. This was like 600 pips until market retrace again. I think somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken, it retrace again from that area, because after that, you know, I just tell myself, you know what, I'm never gonna look again at this market, because I was looking at it like in terms of market has to come here and here for them to react with, let's say, buy a sell again. And this is what ended up happening yesterday. I was not even, you know, when I come yesterday, I just marked my structure. I marked this area to be as a reaction because I saw market went to the upside. Then I say, okay, this one is going to be a reaction where market is going to come and buy again. But I did not take any trade again because I was hate. I did not want to make the mistake that I made here and there, so I decided not to do anything. And check what happened, guys. I explained to you guys about these things. When they manipulate a zone, they will make sure to come and trade again on that zone. And check, this is what happened. They come back, touch the zone. Now they went here. It was H4. This is H4 area. Let me show you why is H4 and why that zone was more important also for market to come back. So if people that they trade on the H4, you see this was inefficient because we have this candlestick and this one. Then they come, they fill it to the tick, but you know already what was happening on the other time frame. You know already what was happening on the other time frame. Let's say if we go to M15, you see the manipulation that happened from there. And this is why they come back from that manipulation. And check here, they come, they take the area, come down, respect my zone, goes up again, mitigate this area because there was a break of structure, liquidity taken, break of structure, inducement, then they react from there and come to the downside. So this was what happened. What happened, guys? So believe me, guys, always try to do something that is more important in your trading. Do not trust the market. Do not shift your stop loss fast, and focus in what you understand and in your belief. It's good to hit stop loss when you follow your logic than following the mindset that is telling you, no, rush, take this, okay, maybe protect your capital and do like this. Because the moment you come to the trade, you need to accept that I'm putting a stop loss and I'm ready for anything that is going to happen. So, sharp guys, enjoy the video.